Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to have you here, so happy to be back. Today we're gonna do a little bit of a different video I usually post, but I thought it would be really fun to do a TBR video for May, even though I am a mood reader. Yes, you heard right, I'm a mood reader, but I also have been reading books for my book club and buddy reads with other friends. That's not much of a mood type of reading moment. So yeah, following that, I'm gonna be trying to follow a TBR this month. I have 5 books I want to read this month. Let me show you which ones I I really want to read this month. Let's get into the video. So the first one that I want to read is Shatter by Taheri Mafi. I hope I'm pronouncing their name correctly. I'm sorry if I'm not. But Shatter Me, it's been in my TBR, or well, my bookshelves, for a long while. I've been wanting to read it for so long, and it was our first pick for our for the book club that I'm doing with my sister and some friends. So I was really excited to start this one. I'm gonna be honest, I already started it, and there's so many tabs, as you can see. At first, my sister and I were reading the same copy. She already got her own copy. She got the collector's edition, the UK one. So freaking pretty. But yeah, I'm reading this one. Let me tell you, already 290 pages in. So this I already read. This is what I'm left. And I'm really enjoying it. It's been such a good book. It's dystopian, it's powerful. Let me tell you what is it about if you don't know yet. I'm gonna read the back of the book and then explain a little bit. Okay, so what it says in the back is, no one knows why Juliet's touch is fatal, but this re-establishment has plans for her. Plans to use her as a weapon, but Juliet has plans of her own. After a lifetime without freedom, she's finally discovering strength to fight back for the very first time, and to find a future with the one boy she thought she'd lost forever. In the electrifying first book in the Shatter Me series, Taheri Mafi presents a revealing dystopian world, a thrilling superhero, and an unforgettable heroine. Let me tell you, this book, it's mind-blowing. You know, it's got obviously the dystopian feeling, and it brought me back to the time when I first read The Hunger Games and Divergent. I loved those books. And this one, it's catastrophic, it's powerful. There are so many important moments. So to tell you just a little bit more about the story to convince you to read it if you want to read it too. It starts with, obviously, Juliet being locked in an asylum, because she's got some pretty weird powers, and she's powerful, and she's also really dangerous. So she's locked up so she won't hurt any other people, which she already has. And they want her, as we saw in the back of the video, that they want her as a weapon. So it's really exciting. I'm really loving it. So I really love the way the author is just showing us a couple of characters, because there's a lot of characters obviously, but the ones that she focuses on the most are like 4 or 5, and they're all really different, really strong personalities, so it brings the book to another level. So yeah, this is gonna be my first read of May. Yay! Let me tell you about the other ones. Okay, so next we have Unravel Me. It's the second book of the Shatter Me series. I don't know if this will be my second one. My sister and I are thinking about buying the novellas, because there's one that goes between Shatter Me and Unravel Me. So we don't know if we're gonna buy that one. If we buy those, then I'm gonna read the novella as a second book. It's about Warner, one of the main characters of the Shatter Me series. But if not, then I'm gonna read the second book, and then after I'll read the novellas. So that is so exciting, the first 2 books, or the first one and the novella for May. My third hopeful for the month is actually Valiant by Holly Black. If you know, Holly Black is the author of The Cruel Prince, the Folk of the Air series, I love that series. I love those books, those characters, Garda and Jude. I love everything about those books. So I obviously had to read more of her work, and I started Tithe as a body read. It was the body read I did on April with a friend, and I loved it. I was so hooked. It was about a girl that didn't know that had like magical powers. She was actually some kind of mystic creature. This Valiant is the second book of the modern fairy tale series. There are 3 books. It's Tithe, Valiant, and Ironside. I was really hooked, and I thought, well, it was a really good book. It's not like the Cruel Prince or fairy tale vibe. In the Cruel Prince series, there are a lot of moments where there's battle and deception and fighting, lies, everything, you know. But these books are really dark. We see the cards, the unseelie and the steely cards, which are mentioned on the Cruel Prince. So this one, I believe it's not actually about the same main character as Tithe, the first book. So let's read the back of the book so you know a little bit more about it. It says, beware the realm of fairy. When Valerie runs away to New York City, she's trying to escape a life that has utterly betrayed her. Sporting a new identity, she takes up with a gang of squatters who live in the city of labyrinthine subway system. But there's something eerily beguiling about Val's new friends. When Val is talked into tracking down the lair of mysterious creatures, she must strike a bargain to make it out with her life intact. Now, drawn into a world she never knew existed, Val finds herself torn between her affection for an honorable monster and her fear for what her new friends are becoming. So this is really, really intriguing and really interesting. I really recommend this series if you like fairies, if you like urban fantasy. It's really, really good. So yeah, this is the 3rd book I plan to read. Maybe not that order, and I have to tell you, this TBR is more like a hopeful. Remember, I am a mood reader. If I manage to read these 5 books, amazing. If not, well, it's a win anyway. So yeah, let's get into the other books. So the next book that I want to read is Finale. I don't know if it's like foil. There you go. Okay, Finale. It's the 3rd book of the Caraval trilogy. I love Caraval. Especially Legendary, which is the 2nd book. If you know, you know, is the best one. But this one, the 3rd one, follows the story of both Scarlet and Donata Dragna, which I'm really excited about because I haven't seen both of the storylines together, and I think the dual POVs is gonna be really interesting. It's gonna make it really dynamic. So I really want to see all those characters together, and obviously where all finishes. I want to know more about Jax. I want to read the Once Upon a Broken Heart books after these, maybe in the year, because I'm really into the art. I've seen a lot of fan arts and I've seen a lot of quotes, and I'm really, really intrigued about those. But first, I gotta read this one. So hopefully I love it too. So yeah. Next, last but not least of this TBR for me, it's A Court of Frozen Starlight. A lot of people tend to say that this is not the 4th book of the series. It's like kind of a novella. I like to think it's like the 4th book of the ACOTAR series. I know it's tiny, but I'm really excited about it. It's heartwarming for what I know. It's really fast. We get to see again all of our favorite characters. We get to see more of character development. So excited about this one. And then to jump into Silver Flames, it's gonna be so exciting. Everyone talks about it, so I'm so excited. This is the 5th book of my TBR, my hopefuls of May, and hopefully I get to read all of these because I'm really excited about them. Let me show you. This is the TBR for me. Hopefully I love them all. Please let me know in the comments below if you've read any of the ones I've mentioned, if you liked them, if you didn't. I would love to know your thoughts about them, because I'll be reading them. Also, if you're gonna be reading the same books as I am during this month, it would be really awesome to talk about it. Maybe we could chat. You can find me on my bookstagram. I also answer to all the DMs, so it would be really cool to connect through that too. So yeah, hope we both love them if we're reading the same books. Hope if you read it that you also love them, and if not, at the end of the month I'm gonna tell what I think about them, so you can add them to your TBR or to maybe not read books. And let me tell you why I do not do these type of videos often. It is because, as I stated before, I am a mood reader. There are months where I read just one book, or there are other months where I read like several, like this TBR 5 books. It's not common. I try to read at least 2 books, 3 books a month to reach my goal. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to do that. If you're also a mood reader and try to stick to a TBR, leave a comment below and tell me what do you do to actually finish the book that you plan to read. And if you just read going with the flow, that's alright. You don't have to have a TBR. It's supposed to be fun. You read whatever the books that you like, the genre that you like. You do you, girly or boy. That is all for today's video. This is my TBR for the month. Just 5 books that I hope I'm gonna really enjoy. They're really up my alley. I love this type of writing. I already know all the authors. Well, not the Shatter Me one, but as I already studied it, then I kind of know I like it. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna enjoy these 5 books. Hopefully I'm gonna be able to read the 5 of them. Let me know in the comment section below if you have read any of these books, if you enjoyed them, if you have any recommendations for me, maybe for next month TBR. And I'll see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!